is your girl, Simone on the 7th, and you are on the7thstyle.com. Whatever I do, I want to be the Beyonce of that. Her work ethic is unmatched. Another person that inspires me is Kanye West. His birthday is a day after mine. So I feel like through all his music, through his styling, through any of his struggles, I feel like I understand him. And he just has like a level of genius that's really inspiring to me. From the very beginning, like authenticity and being himself has led so many other people to do the same thing. Like literally every phase, we're here because of Kanye. Like, don't get it twisted. My aesthetic, oh, it's so hard. I hate defining myself. Like that's that Gemini shit. Like I don't want to be put in a box. So it's like I feel like I'm girly, but then I'm tomboyish. I love colors, but then I love neutrals. So if I had to describe me, I would say colorful, cozy, and chic. The 3 C's. Story time, matter of fact. First grade was the first time I ever got a beating and got popped by my father. And you wanna know why? Because my mother laid me out my clothes. Back then, of course, you get your clothes laid out. And they laid out this like velvet dress and it was so not me. So I faked sick. I was like, nah, I'm not feeling good. And so they like fed me all this medicine and then later I just couldn't lie anymore. Like, I'm not really sick. So my dad popped my ass. But it was like the moral of the story for everybody was like, let that girl pick out her own clothes. And since then, I've been dressing myself. I love shopping. That was like a bonding thing for me and my mother. I love Bratz dolls because they had all the best clothes, all the best shoes. And since then, I'm just like, if I'm in a car ride and it's quiet, I'm thinking of scenarios and what I would be wearing in those said scenarios. My favorite decade is the 2000s. That is how I got introduced to divaness. Like, back when Beyonce used to, just it's certain outfits and like things that just remind me of the 2000s, and that's when I had got my most life. Okay, so cliche once again, but the Versace number that Beyonce wore at the end of the Crazy in Love video with the orange and the pinks and the panels and the drapes and just the way heels looked back then. I remember back then on MySpace days, and I could not pronounce Louboutin to save my life, but I would just be on the internet like Googling his shoes and not even being able to really express what it was that I loved about the shape, the structure, the flowers. Like back in the early 2000s, like I feel like the Louboutins were like a lot more extra than they kind of are today. And I feel like that was how style was in general. Oh my God, the Mean Girls, the plastics, like how they used to dress for school. Like I was a little girl in the 2000s and all I saw around me was like fabulousness and color and little armpit purses and just like, you know, unapologetic fabulousness. And I just want to bring that back. Marc Jacobs, he has a brand that's really like, I identify with it. I used to love Betsy Johnson. I felt like her brand was like very spot on with my style, where like part of it is really girly and colorful and pretty, but the other half of it is like really kind of like edgy and interesting. And I feel like Marc Jacobs is the adult version of that. I love how on a good day you'll see Marc Jacobs and it'll be like a pretty little frock and like something frilly. But like on another day, it's like super cool and sexy, and that goes from their like perfumes where they have like the decadence and the like daisies and how those are so different, like all the way up to like their clothes and stuff. So that's, and just because it's really tangible and accessible for like my price range right now, Marc Jacobs has always been like a designer that I get excited about. Oh, Slick Woods right now, that bitch is awesome. She's so fun. And I just love how she is really herself, and I identify with that a lot, and just her whole vibe is awesome. But I also really love Bella Hadid. I always thought that she was so interesting looking, and I love how she is like such a contrast to her sister. Like if me and Zay were the Hadid sisters, I would be Bella and she would be Gigi for sure.
How would you describe yourself?
Yeah, that's a lot. I'm a lot. Well, I I am. I think of myself honestly as like a true shown up Gemini, like kind of like contradictory in almost every way. And that's so horrible to say, but it's like um really silly, but then at times people can think of me as really laid back. I think I'm really nice, but then I have these spouts of aggression. um what else? Like I just think that I'm a very caring person, but it's really hard for me to show it. I don't like being vulnerable because I am very soft on the inside. So if I can just avoid all of that, I'll just stay laid back. But I'm definitely trying and working on being more open. I heard that life opens up when you do, so we'll see. College Dropout, that first album, even to this day, like if I'm in some shit where I need to like get focused, get it done, get through it. College Dropout, like it took me almost 6 years to get out of college, and Kanye West pushed me through, yo. Pushed me through. What motivates me? Interestingly enough, I was such like a dreamer as a child, and I had like these grand ideas of like what my adult life would be. So what motivates me a lot is like not letting my young self down, because I have a lot of expectations for myself and what it is I want to accomplish. Like an example of like to show what type of person I am. On the high end, my favorite movie is Mean Girls because it's hilarious, very pink, low drama. But on the low end, my favorite movie is Menace to Society. Why? I don't know, but I love both of those movies. I used to love dressing up also. Me and my sister and my cousins and anybody who came over my house knew what's up. We're playing America's Next Top Model. Drop your clothes, pick up your costumes, meet me out back with the camera. Like we would take pictures, we would upload them onto the computer. We would deliberate, we would eliminate bitches until we get down to one winner. And then we would start all over again. How crazy, like without eating or anything, just really press to like create and just have that outlet. I used to have favorite stores, but they're all gone now. Like when I was growing up, I loved Lomans. Up until high school, I used to leave school out Towson, go to Lomans right there, and spend all my money and all my mama's money at Lomans. And if it wasn't that, back in the day, do y'all remember Metro Park? Do y'all remember motherfucking Metro Park? Okay, so yeah, that used to be my shit too. Like, I think my cousin, my older cousin Erica, shout out to Erica, she brought us in there one day, and I just remember thinking like, oh my god, it's so cool in here. And so from then on, I was really pressed just to spend all my money in there and buy little designer jeans and stuff. But like they closed down my favorite store, so I don't even know if I should say one, and they closed that down. So one of my first tips is definitely build your basics. And when you have basics, you can kind of get them from anywhere. Walmart, TJ Maxx, Foreman Mills, truth be told. Like don't not for nothing, but Rainbow, like it's stores that I'll tell my sister I got things from and she'll be shocked. So for me, beaters, clingy white tees, cool like graphic tees and things. These are your basics. These are things that if you keep yourself stocked with these, regardless, you'll look cute every day. So that's the first thing, is like really building up your basics. Part of your basics for me also is definitely your denim. I spend good money on denim because I mean, good denim feels good, right? Like you love to feel cute when you have those jeans that make your ass feel fat, make your hips feel wide, whatever it is that makes you feel like you. Like when you find good denim, don't leave good denim. Like grab it, take it home, love it. You're gonna need them like forever. And if you're like me, lucky enough, I've been wearing the same jean size since like 10th and 11th grade. So it works, baby, it works. So to review, your basics include quality denim, quality basics, quality beaters, t-shirts, graphic tees, turtlenecks. It depends on the season, but really amass those. The key to really creating your own personal style is knowing what is included in your style and just gathering those pieces constantly. And it doesn't have to be expensive. I'm trying to tell you. When I'm looking for compliment pieces, hold on pieces, pieces that I love, That's when I go to the internet and ASOS. I feel like ASOS has everything from like River Island to like a million different brands. So I like ASOS for like, you will find some shit that'd be like, ooh, that's expensive, but I need it. So yeah, definitely ASOS. They have like really cool jackets and coats and jeans. I just hate online shopping because I like instant gratification. So it's like, if I'm gonna spend $300, like, can you bring it to me today? Like, can I wear it? Like, I need it.